Church advertising has a bad rap. And I totally agree with you, right? The church should not have to be advertising. Okay. But we can use advertising methods to get in front of people. The difference, most church advertising sounds like this. Hey, we're a God-honoring church and we believe in Jesus Christ and the power to heal you. And we'd love to have you Sunday morning at 10:30. Okay, I know a lot of pastors church leaders listening to this would love to have an ad that sounds like that. I don't want that for you. Okay, church advertising should not be about the church. And that's what a lot of churches do, not realizing that no one cares about your church. They care about what your church can do for them. They don't care, or they don't not go to church. Let me phrase that better. People don't go to church because they don't understand what you do. They don't go to church because they don't feel understood by you. They don't feel like you empathize with them. They don't feel like you've been where you've been. They look at you like you're on a holy pedestal and you could never understand what I've been through. So why would I engage and connect with you? And that's why they go seek other worldly solutions to their spiritual problems, because they felt heard and understood by those. And that's why the cycle keeps repeating itself, because the enemy has figured out the psychology of the modern American. And the church is sitting back here selfish. No, we're not going to do that. We're just going to preach the gospel and let God bring them in. God's trying to bring them in, but you're getting in his way by putting obstacles up, by not making it easy to find you, not making it easy to understand what you do, and certainly not making it easy to feel understood by what you do. And the enemy can get in there and start veering them off the path, even though they think they're on the right path. They're not. So a lot of leaders think that any form of advertising will suffice. It's not about your church. It's about what your church can do for the person. It's not about you becoming an extreme user of the force and you have the best lightsaber skills. It's about how you can best guide Luke Skywalker, I know I just went off a total tangent, to better use the force and connect with the force and be the ultimate Jedi. Okay, that's old school Star Wars. Look, we ran some campaigns for a church. In the past, their campaign was, hey, we've got this event coming up. We're going to have all this. You can sign up here. We'd love to have you. All right. We ran an ad that spoke to the person. Look, there's not many safe places to take your kids today. You don't know what you're going to expect. You don't know who they're going to be around. And the family-friendly events in our community are shrinking. We're going to do something about that. We've got a family-friendly block party, old school fun like you grew up with. You're going to connect with your kids in a way that you've never connected with them before. You're going to have fun with it, and you're going to eat some delicious barbecue that's been sponsored by some pitmaster. And if you RSVP, we'll give you 10 extra tickets to spend on food, fun, and games. Right? You hear the difference? One is, look at me, don't you want to be with us? The other is, I understand where you are, so we're going to do something for you. And the difference is, when people came to that event, twice as many people came because of the Facebook ad than any other method. We have ways to measure that. One of the easiest things you can do is to make a check-in. Hey, we've got to check in here in order to get into the event. You got to check in here. If you RSVP'd, we got your free tickets. We're going to feed you for free, but you need a ticket, so check in. And when they check in, you ask, how did they hear about us? And Facebook ads outperformed all the yard signs, all the word of mouth. And guess what? They were half the price of yard signs that they printed out. So you need to make, when you do advertising, which is just simply paying to put your church in front of people, okay? It's not manipulative. It's not tacky. It's not icky. It is simply using modern methods to get your church's awareness in front of someone. Did that make sense? It's to get your church's name in front of someone to raise awareness. There we go. Hello. And another mistake that churches try to make, even the ones that understand that, or the ones that want to get in front of more people, is they think that, okay, well, I just need to get our church information out in front of people. No one acts on information. If that was the case, we'd be changing diets every day. Oh, this diet, keto, that's what's losing weight. No, I just learned about Weight Watchers. Okay, let me do that. Oh, I just learned about the yellow food only diet. Okay, I'm going to try that. We've heard stories about what works for friends and family, so we try that because we're inspired, because we see the result. And again, we feel understood. We follow the workout guru who says, oh, I was 300 pounds. I was aching. I was out of breath when I tried to put my socks on in the morning. I feel understood by that guy. So he obviously knows what's best for me. So I'm going to listen to him versus the ripped workout guru who's like, oh, don't you want to be like me? Like, that's not going to work for as many people. So in the same way, we don't want to just be general. Don't you want to be like us and join us? And it would be so much fun. And yeah, we'd like to have you. But hey, we used to be just like you. We've dealt with the same struggles. The difference is now we have the ultimate creator that stands up against anything that stands against us. Okay. And so they do this general, like, hey, here's some information about us, instead of here's where you are, here's where you should be, and here's how we can take you there. And on a personal level, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but you can listen to last week's episode of the Best Known Church Show where we talk about personalized advertising and what that looks like and what that entails and how to do that. You do that, you will see twice as many people, if not 3 times as many people, coming to your church and engaging with you, even engaging with you online, than if you just put out a general, oh, look how great we are. So the other thing you need to do when you advertise is track your metrics. A lot of metrics, pastors and church leaders will stop at impressions, or what's the other word for impressions? Can't think of the other word right now. But they basically, how many people saw it. That doesn't matter. That's not important. It's like a billboard. Doesn't mean anything. Impressions don't pay the bills. Impressions don't save people. What saves people is conversions. Right? You convert to Christianity. And in the same way, you need to get conversions on your advertising. You need to get people to sign up. You need to get people to click. You need to get people to watch the video. You can measure everything online. So you should be measuring what's most important to you. Okay. For example, we have an ad that's about to run offering prayer to the community, but we don't want to offer it to just everybody. That'd be too expensive. So what we do is we offer a cheaper video campaign to get a video about what God can do or has done for these people, how he can heal you, what God's doing, some testimonies. We run that to the community. And people who are not interested in that, who aren't ready to receive that word, they just scroll past it. Well, guess what? Now we spend 7 cents on them, not $7 on them. Because we want to get in front of the people we can serve right now. Same reason why when you run an ad, one of the first questions it asks you, what language do you want to target? Because we're not going to show your English ad to Spanish speakers. They won't understand it. You're going to be wasting your money. And along that same line, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, they will happily take your money and in fact charge you more for a bad ad because it's a bad ad and they'll make more money on it. You have to know what you're doing to effectively utilize these modern channels. Okay. Now, I know I threw a lot at you, but those 3 things, get your branding right. That's your reputation. You need to be found online and easily correctly represented online through not only your website, but also your reviews. And then you need to go out and get in front of people, because it doesn't matter how beautiful, gorgeous your stonework road sign is. It doesn't matter how beautiful and expertly designed that billboard is. When they're in the car, their eyes are not up, their eyes are down. In fact, if you make a Facebook ad, people are more likely to see your Facebook ad driving in front of your church than they are your sign. So you got to go where the people are.